Namaskar. Prayers for your and your family members' safety and health. Hope you're all doing fine. In this video lesson, we are going to recite the poem A Photograph written by Shirley Tolson. This is the first poem of class 11th English book Hornbill. Let us read the poem. The cardboard shows me how it was when the two girl cousins went paddling, each one holding one of my mother's hands, and she, the big girl, some 12 years or so. All three stood still to smile through their hair at the uncle with the camera. A sweet face, my mother's. That was before I was born. And the sea, which appears to have changed less, washed their terribly transient feet. Some 20-30 years later, she would laugh at the snapshot. See, Betty and Dolly, she would say, and look how they dressed us for the beach. The sea holiday was her past. Mine is her laughter. Both wry with the labored ease of loss. Now she has been dead nearly as many years as that girl lived, and of this circumstance there is nothing to say at all. Its silence silences. Shirley Tolson's poem, A Photograph, is a tribute to her mother. The poem describes three stages in the passage of time. In the first stage, the photograph shows the poet's mother standing at the beach, enjoying her holiday with her two girl cousins, Betty and Dolly. She was around 12 years old at that time. The second stage takes us 20 or 30 years later. The mother would laugh at the way she and her cousins were dressed up for the beach holiday. In the third stage, the poet remembers the dead mother with a heavy heart. The photograph revives a nostalgic feeling in the poet. Let us see the poem stanza wise. So here is stanza number 1. The cardboard shows me how it was when the two girl cousins went paddling. So here the word cardboard is the photograph in which three girls are seen. One, the mother of the poet, and Betty and Dolly, mother's cousins. And mother was 12 years of age at that time. She was elder to the other girls. So here an old photograph of the poet's mother, which was a thick cardboard, makes the poet recall the old memories of her mother's childhood. The photograph is a depiction of her mother's enjoyable moments at a sea beach with her two cousins. They had gone paddling there. They were walking in shallow water with bare feet near the beach and enjoying their time. The mother was standing in the middle and holding hands of her two cousins, who were standing on either side. The poet's mother was 12 years, as it is written here. It shows that the photograph was very old, but the poet has kept it very carefully as it reminded her of the sweet memories of her mother's childhood. The photograph also indicates how enjoyable her mother's childhood was. Let us move on. All three stood still to smile through their hair at the uncle with the camera. So here there is this uncle, it could be mother's uncle, and the uncle had taken the three girls to the beach for paddling, and the uncle is capturing that moment in the camera. The photograph shows all these three girls. They stood still and smiled at the camera when their uncle clicked the photograph at the sea beach. As the weather was windy at the time, their hair was flying over their smiling faces. The expression on their faces were that of happiness. The mother was looking very pretty at the time, and this photograph was taken a long time ago. But everything has changed since then. Her mother grew up, and now she is no more. And the poet was reviving her memories. The only thing that has remained unchanged is the sea, which was washing the feet of all three girls. Here, the word transient is of importance. This word indicates the temporariness, the impermanence of the life of human beings. The life of human beings is very short in this world, and this is contrasted with the permanence of nature. The girl's life changed drastically during this period, but the sea has not changed. So, this stanza beautifully explains the transient nature or the temporary nature of human beings and the permanent nature of the nature, which is expressed through the sea. The next stanza. Some 20-30 years later, she would laugh at the snapshot. Snapshot here means the photograph. So when mother would be sitting with the poet, she would look at the photograph, the snapshot, and remember the past days. And she would share with her daughter, that is a poet, how they spent the days, how they had fun at the beach. Even 20-30 years later, the mother would look at the photograph and laugh nostalgically, remembering the happy memories of her past. Mother would look at the photograph and comment on the dresses worn by the cousins, that is Dolly and Betty, and even herself. The sea holiday was her mother's past, and her mother's laughter has become a thing of the past for the poet, because her mother was now dead. The poet still remembers how her mother would laugh at the photograph, remembering the sea holiday with a fondness as well as a sense of loss, because that time would never come back. In the same way, the poet feels nostalgic thinking about her mother and her laughter, which has become a thing of past now. The word labored and ease are opposite to each other, but these two words describe the same entity, that is loss. There is a loss. The next stanza. Now she has been dead nearly as many years as that girl lived. and of this circumstance there is nothing to say at all. Here the poet recalls that it is nearly 12 years since her mother died. The poet is consumed with grief, but is left with no words to express her loss and pain. The poet is totally absorbed in memories of her dead mother. The painful silence of this situation leaves the poet speechless. The poet can feel the grief, but she is unable to express it through words. The silence caused by death makes the atmosphere gloomy, where no one is able to utter words. So the last line says, its silence silences. Looking at the photograph, the poet becomes nostalgic. She also feels gloomy, she feels grief, because the time which is gone cannot come again. She remembers the days that she passed with her mother. She remembered what her mother told her about her childhood, looking at the photograph. So this very simple symbol of photograph becomes or makes the poem very sentimental and makes us emotional. It's a very powerful image. I want you to read this poem once again and let it make you sentimental. Enjoy the poem, read this poem again, and try to understand it in your own way after listening to the explanation that I have given you. Let us try to understand some literary devices used in this poem. Literary devices means figures of speech. Transferred epithet. In this line where these two words transient feet are used, there is a transferred epithet. It refers to human feet, but it is used to describe the lack of permanence of human nature. The next, oxymoron. In the line where these two words are used, labored ease. Labored meaning with great difficulty, and ease meaning comfortably. Both these words, labored and ease, they are opposite in meaning, but here they are clubbed together, and both these words are associated to the word loss. Labored ease of loss. So therefore it is oxymoron. Personification. In the last line we see personification. Its silence silences. Here the situation has been given the human quality of silence. So it is called personification. The death of the poet's mother has silenced the poet. The poet is left without words. She has nothing to say. A photograph by Shirley Tolson touches our heart. The poem revolves around the universal theme of loss and separation. Loss and separation are inevitable. The symbol of a photograph is used to express nostalgia. Nostalgia means remembering the past and wishing that the past days should come again. The poet expresses the void that she feels after losing her mother. The poem expresses the nostalgia born out of this loss. There is this harsh message that humans can never be able to accept the irreversible separation from a loved one. The seemingly simple memory may have deep rooted pain. Only the time can be a healer to help negate the gravity of feelings. That was all for this session. We meet in the next video lesson. Till then, bye. God bless you. May peace be with you.